What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Death of the Venomverse issue number 5. As we get into this final issue, the battle is finally here. This is God Carnage versus KNULL. Carnage has been building up, waiting for this opportunity. He has been training his skills. He has been preparing all of his weaponry, now having a full arsenal at his disposal. It is time for him to truly test himself. If he can defeat the King in Black KNULL, this will be the final confirmation that he needs, that he knows he will be able to take down Eddie. So, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up on Earth 1051, the Venom safe house. And all of our Venoms, they are licking their wounds. They just suffered a huge, devastating blow. They lost to Carnage and they lost bad. But they're going for one more Hail Mary pass. One more jump, one more fight. A battle that will decide the fate of everything moving forward. This is what hops us over to the battle currently ongoing. The heroes of this Earth, they are standing against KNULL. They are doing everything they can to fight him off. But they have been losing, and they have been losing badly. Now, with the arrival of Carnage, our heroes not sure what to make of this, not at first, but they accept that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And so Captain America and everybody else in between, they go to fight alongside Carnage. As we see KNULL and Carnage battling it out. KNULL knows that Carnage is not from this reality, but it doesn't change the fact that KNULL is going to squash him like a bug. And Carnage knows that if he's unable to defeat KNULL, there is no way that he could stand against Eddie Brock. As these two share blow for blow, the heroes come in. They try to strike on KNULL. Magneto tries to grab hold, but only holds him for a moment. Everything that our heroes throw, they are not working, with Captain America telling Carnage to get on his feet. They have KNULL on the defensive, but they need Carnage to take him down. When Captain America goes to say, "Avengers assemble," that is when Carnage, he guts Captain America. Carnage has no intention of working together. In fact, he would prefer to fight this alone. He needs to fight this alone. That'll be the only way to truly test if he is capable of fighting this fight. With Captain America going down, we see KNULL behead Magneto, and then Carnage spikes impale all of the other heroes. One of the last standing is Thor, but even Thor gets cut in half by KNULL. For a small moment, KNULL and Carnage teaming up to take down the Avengers. But that's only so they can battle one another. And now that they have been taken down, this is when the Celestials come from the sky, with KNULL believing that he has the upper hand. As quickly as these Celestials come down, we see Carnage chop off one of their heads. And now KNULL fully understands what he might be up against. And so, as the two of them clash together, we see the teleportation. The Venoms have arrived. They have come late to the battle, but they are trying everything they can to fight this off, to kill Carnage right here and right now. As they observe the battlefield, they know that they must protect the King in Black. This is not an ideal situation, but Carnage, he would be far worse in their eyes. Because if Carnage wins, if he takes the power from the King in Black, he would become unstoppable. And KNULL is only focused on one reality, while Carnage, he has been focused on all realities. In this situation, Carnage seems to be the bigger threat. The only problem, there are symbiote dragons surrounding them. They can't even get close to this battle. They must handle the dragons first, as all of the Venoms are being overrun. That is where we have Asgardia, the daughter of Midgard. She picks up Thor's hammer, and she declares that she is a Valkyrie. This is where we see the thunderous Valkyries coming in. This has evened the playing field with the symbiote dragons. This is giving our Venoms the opportunity to go in on Carnage. And their goal here is to teleport KNULL away. To get him away from this reality, get him away from Carnage. Don't even give Carnage the opportunity to win this fight. The only problem, the teleportation is not working. After their last battle with Carnage, they were able to get it to work enough so they could get here. But now that they are here, they are having malfunctions. Dylan is unable to operate it correctly, and so their split-second opportunity, it is gone as quickly as you could take a breath. And this is when it happens. With Carnage taking All Red, he drives it right into the back of KNULL, impaling KNULL, lifting him up to the sky. And the Venoms know that they have lost. Carnage has ascended to godhood, and he knows now that there is nothing left. There is no foe to conquer. There is only Eddie Brock, the King in Black of 616. That is the only obstacle that now stands in his way, with Anti-Venom saying that we gotta get out of here, telling Dylan to teleport everybody and do it right now. But Dylan is fighting against this. Anti-Venom said that we were gonna fight, and Dylan still having hope that they can win this, that they can do this. This is where we have a full-on scale attack. Every single Venom being teleported in, any that might be at their arsenal, any that might be standing in reserve. But this is lambs to the slaughter. This was all futile, all for naught. There was no surviving after this. Every Venom that attacks, they get impaled, they get decimated, they get absolutely annihilated. And at this point, Anti-Venom, and she is begging and pleading with Dylan to send us back. That she was wrong. She was so very wrong. But before Dylan can even say another word, he also gets impaled. The All Red going right through his chest. All of the Venoms, they are holding him back, holding Carnage, ensuring that he can't move. This gives Anti-Venom the opportunity to operate the teleport. All of them sent away in a hurry. And while Carnage finds this very cowardly, whether they're dead or alive, they have all returned to their graves. He may focus on them on a later date, but now he has a date with Destiny, with another Dylan dead, the Venoms licking their wounds. Carnage is headed back to 616. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alright, so this was fun. I'm not 100% sure if I believe Carnage could have won this fight. Now, don't get me wrong, Carnage has definitely leveled up, but I think plot armor really has been the overall theme going into this story. In fact, I believe one of you had said in the comments that it's only fair Carnage gets plot armor, especially considering the heroes always have some kind of plot armor. And I think that's a fair assessment. Rarely do we get villains that get the plot armor. It's usually the good guys, and that's how they overcome just unbelievable odds. But this time, it's Carnage. And we have seen Carnage come a long way. Now, if you've been following the channel, we have been following Carnage along his trials for the last 2 years or so. We have seen his ups and downs, his failures, his fallings. But seeing him ascend in such tremendous ways, it really has been a little bit refreshing. But like I said, I don't necessarily believe that he would have been able to defeat KNULL, the King in Black. Like we saw what happened when KNULL of 616 arrived. He absolutely just destroyed everybody. And Carnage is powerful. He has gathered a lot of abilities and he really has leveled up. I just don't know if I believe he was strong enough to go against the King in Black. I think a one-on-one Carnage might have lost. The problem is there were so many Venoms, there were so many heroes, there were so many distractions. And Carnage killed KNULL by stabbing him in the back, literally. Could he be so lucky against the Eddie Brock of 616? Does he stand a chance against Eddie Brock? The way that Eddie Brock is currently right now, he might. Eddie Brock is so focused on his son. He is so focused on Dylan, who is currently Codex, who also has the Necro Sword. He has all black. So you know what? For this universe, I'll give it to Carnage. Maybe this is a nerfed version of KNULL. Maybe all the distractions with all the heroes and all the Venoms gave Carnage the opportunity to win this battle. But when he goes to 616, I think things are going to be different. Yes, Carnage is going to have the power of the King in Black, to an extent. Because when he goes to 616, he will not have control over all symbiotes. Or at least he shouldn't. Because those are all connected to Eddie's hive mind. At least those that Dylan hasn't cut from the hive mind yet. But on 616, there are more variables. There is still Cletus Cassidy, He's out there doing all kinds of craziness. What happens when Carnage returns and Cletus sees what he has become? Will they join together? Or will Cletus be angry and fight against him? What we do know is that the Symbiote War is coming. We know that it will take place in New York City. We know that Victor Von Doom has made plans to try and use individuals like Dylan against Eddie Brock. And then we have Meridius. We have all the King in Blacks in the little paradise of time, if you will. I can't remember exactly what they called it in the Venom series, but it's where the King in Blacks are at the end of all time, and everything that surrounds them is symbiotes. All the King in Blacks being various versions of Eddie Brock throughout his timeline. Will we see all of these King in Blacks coming together to fight Carnage? There are so many questions that are left up in the air, but one thing is for certain: Carnage is about to reign. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that has been going on with Carnage, everything going on with Venom, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with all of these series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.